Okay guys, so here I'm doing the engine harness right now for the dash plug. I'm going to end up using the dash plug from the R33. I have a new harness in here, LS standalone harness, so I'll end up wiring those two in. I'll show you guys how to do that. But basically what you're looking for is the wires that are going to come out the ECU to the dash plug that are going to go to the rest of the car. And so I need to keep this because it has like my wiper motor and a few other things. But the easiest way to go about it is if you download this sheet, it'll have your harness all laid out for me from AEM. So it'll tell you it'll be like either for Skyline, it'll be in this column, VG30, SR20 and all that, and what they do. And then there's a wire view of the EMS for the pinouts, and then the pin number and all that. So I broke it down to what each wire did on the dash plug, so I'll end up posting a link to that if you guys wanted to download it, but it gives you an idea of the color, the pin, and all that they do. So yeah, stay tuned guys. Okay guys, another update. So this is where I'm at right now. I have a header-ish kind of thing. So this is from 10 Camaro SS. I cut it off right here. So where this sits is directly right in the center of where the steering shaft actually is. So what I did was I ended up taking off this bracket right here and rotating the whole thing backwards, so to give me a little bit more room, and then once it's seated in its natural position, it will give me a ton more room to build a header for it. I mean, right here you could barely fit 3-inch diameter. It's possible, but you know, it's really tight. So I'm gonna actually have to probably end up cutting this little ear off right here on the block. And another issue I was having before, the starter would hit the steering shaft, so I ordered a new starter. It's just a hair slimmer, but it should have worked. But by rotating this down, it still spins without issue. It doesn't bind anywhere. It should work. So what I'm gonna end up doing is cutting this bracket off. You see that? Yeah, cutting this bracket off, like rotating it backwards, shortening one end and extending the other, and then re-welding it. And then on the, I guess the passenger side, it's just a full round diameter, so this will just bolt down just like normal. And then the nice part is that the ports right here for the power steering are a lot more accessible right here than it would have been if it was up here. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it's gonna go. Either it's gonna work or I'm gonna die. Whatever it is. But I don't know if you guys can see this photo right here. There's no slot for the bolt to go through now. It's actually a lot lower. So I'm just gonna grind down just the inside right there, just to put the bolt through on at the different angle, because the shaft does go in a little bit further right here. So, but yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what to expect. Had no idea this was gonna happen going into it. So, okay guys, I want to give you a little update. It's a little dark out, so I'm trying to do the best I can with my light. But what I did was I rotated the steering rack back, and so I cut that down a little bit right there at the firewall, so I can give me a little bit more room. There's no binding issues or anything, so it gave me a lot more room. The starter fits now, so that's awesome. And then clean up the fuel line. I ran that brake line right there to the rear on the other side of the steering shaft. You can see that. And then ran the power cable right here along the frame rail, and then it's a little long right up there, but I'm gonna cut it down and then add a new connector on the end of that. But yeah, everything should clear now, and then I'll let you guys know how I do the fuel line and everything else. Gosh, this is dark, isn't it? No.